Happy Tuesday. Not Monday, but that's right. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everybody. I love everybody. I miss y'all. I haven't recorded in the last 2 weeks. I've been on vacation, but I did record when I was in the West Coast. I'm now back on the East Coast, but welcome. I appreciate everybody, all my new subscribers this week. Thank you. Now you are part of this movement of Missing Fathers. You are now coined by the name of the Healing Army. So thank you, the Healing Army. Thank you again. Shout out to LinkedIn, all the new subscribers from LinkedIn. If you can please subscribe when you look at this, because it's going to help out. We're trying to get a virtual group for the Missing Fathers to do some healing. Here on the East Coast, we are in the fall and we embarking on the winter time. So more and more people have a tendency to kind of be in, and then especially with COVID, please reminder, everybody be safe. But when people are in, we want the Missing Fathers, they're gonna be paying more attention to their phones and YouTube. And so we want them to tune in and get that emotional healing so they can resume fatherhood when the spring comes or the summertime comes, they be ready. So I need you to subscribe. I need you to share this information on your social media platforms and just let's go, let's move. But thank you, everybody. Here we go. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this exciting new video today. And it deals with missing fathers showing favoritism to the various offspring. And this is what I mean by that. Now, I kind of like want to piggyback on one of my videos that spoke about missing father, and they living in a home, and I'm saying missing when they are not emotionally connected, when they are there physically, but they are not emotional connected. And I gave some examples where you can have a child and you tell them, go in their room, and they may go in their room. They could be building a bomb, or you could be, they want your attention, vibing for your attention, and they want something, they want you to participate in the activity, and you're like, yeah, okay, you're not really into it, and they notice that, and you're not emotionally connected, or you just buy them everything. You buy them cars, you buy them this, you buy them that, but you never really spent that time where they can create memories, so when they go older, they can say, I remember when my father did this, I remember my father did that. So that's what I mean by missing. Physically, you may be there, but missing, you're not. And so sometimes you run into a situation where you have this missing father that's not emotionally connected, but may be emotionally connected. Let's give an example that he may have 3 children living in a home, and he's not emotionally connected to 2, but he can emotionally connected to 1. And this is what I mean by that, by showing him or her favoritism. This happens, unfortunately, in the family unit. When the missing father is showing the one favoritism, but he shows the other 2 like they dirt, like they non-existent. Like in fact, he may go as far as to be emotionally or physically abusive to the other 2 or one of them, but yet shows this one favoritism. And we often wonder, well, what happens to, now first of all, I want to talk about the child perspective, the one who's receiving favoritism. Now, if that child is emotionally stable and healthy and everything, missing fathers, I want to let you know, and the fathers that are present, but they're not emotionally in tune because you're not emotionally intelligent, guess what? The one that you show favoritism, for that moment, yeah, it may feel nice, but they also have an allegiance to their sibling group as well. And it does not feel comfortable. For the child that's receiving that energy from you and they still connected to the 2 siblings, once again, they do not feel comfortable because they feel split, they feel torn. And it's unfair for them, for you, missing father, that is not emotionally connected, to show them the spotlight and to put them in a position where they feel torn, where they feel like an allegiance to their sibling group and they feel an allegiance to you because you are their parent. It doesn't feel comfortable at all. So, missing father, I encourage you to recognize this, and if someone tug your coat and let you know about it, really pay attention. Pay attention and work on that, because the distribution of love should be shown equally. to your children, not playing favoritism. Now, let me flip on the missing fathers. Now, sometimes this happens unconsciously. Not all the time is done purposely, but sometimes it happens unconsciously. Let me give you some examples. Sometimes that child may come out and have physical attributes or physical characteristics that are similar to yours. And you may hear that from other people. Wow, that particular child looks just like you. Wow, that child acts just like you. Missing father, your parent may say, the grandparent may say, wow, I remember when you were a child, missing father. When you were a child, my grandchild acts and looks just like you, doing the same thing. So unconsciously that resonates, subconsciously that resonates in your mind, and unconsciously you actually treat that child as a favorite. You give that child more of your time, you give that child more of your efforts, you give and create that child with more memories, positive memories. And as a consequence, the other two are feeling neglectful emotionally from you. So it can be done unconsciously from the missing father, or it can be done consciously. Because the other two child, you may be having conflict with their mother, and so the other two child could resemble their mother. And so you purposely just kind of like not. Or that child that you're showing favoritism may act differently, but the other two may act just like you. And again, we all do not like to look at ourselves in the mirror. So there's other two that you like showing that you're not emotionally connected. They could act just like you. Like when you were little, missing father, you could have demonstrated some deviant behavior in society. And you want to be so removed from that when you see one of your children that used to act just like you, so you kind of like demonstrate not love, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be bothered with that. You just don't want to be faced with that. And we call that concept is called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, where you disassociate yourself from the past or something that's resembled your past that is very hurtful for you, that you probably is unresolved. You haven't resolved it in yourself yet. And so you kind of disassociate yourselves from that. So there are many psychological phenomenons that goes on with this piece where the missing fathers that is not emotionally connected shows a lot of love towards and favoritism sort of that. So what I'm saying, why did I bring this up? For those who are physically there, missing fathers, and you are not emotionally connected only to one child and show favoritism, stop. It's not good. It's toxic. It's breaking down the family. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other children. It's not good for the family system. For the children that has suffered from this, we just pray for some emotional healing. We pray that, tell your father, watch one of these videos, because you need to really understand, missing fathers, what's going on. Now, for the missing fathers that are not physically there and not there, you need to just show up and be present, period. So you can, so you can just be present for emotionally and physically for all the children. Okay. So I wanted to kind of just show this piece about, favoritism, where on this in general, that it happens in families. And, I've seen it, it creates, emotional scars that last for generations. You have children, you have people that talk about siblings that talk about, daddy, he was favoritized, he put you were his favorite and all that stuff. But we need to break that cycle, and it starts right now. We need to break that and get rid of that nonsense, because every child should be treated equally, fairly. Now, of course, if you have multiple children, you're going to have different relationships with your children. Each personality type is different, so the way you approach is going to be different. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is not to show the favoritism. It got to end because it's toxic. Period. So I wanted to get that off my chest, and I'm so happy to be reunited. You'll see me next Monday, but I'm asking everybody to please subscribe, share this information. God bless. I'm excited for the new newcomers that came on, the Healing Armies. Welcome you. I love you, and we'll see you next week. God bless you. Peace.